when we last left off, you all had somewhat crash landed onto a nearly deserted planet full of twisting and tumbling red rocky mountainsides and landscape. You are currently parked on a homestead of a Miss Marmalade. Almost called her Miss Marion. Marmalade is the woman. You have found that this planet is inhabited by anthropomorphic, animalistic people. Of some species you recognize, some you do not. But the current situation is that there is a band of ruffians that roams from town to town, raiding and pillaging and not really setting up shop anywhere in particular, but is a particular problem because of the spice trade and what they've managed to do to a certain insectoid individual who you recently discovered to be nothing more than an infiltration pest. And after eliminating them and having their vehicle impounded, you guys have come to this planet in search of trying to find some way to stop the drug trade, as well as attempting to assist some of these inhabitants as best as you can. You have investigated the abandoned church, seeing that there were some undead trapped beneath its surface. But during the evening, you guys have been allowed to peruse the town, meet with the locals, interact with some of the other townsfolk, and were offered a round of drinks as thanks for clearing out the big boss of the town. An individual that goes by the name of Texas Red. That being said, what would you guys like to do? And if you need more information, just ask.
Yeah, what's the layout of, or like of the surrounding area? I wasn't here last session.
This is pretty sparse grassland for the most part. This is homestead territory. A lot of moisture farmers here. People that are growing tubers. Things like potatoes, which they use to make alcohol, along with some other kinds of desert-faring scrub grass and cacti. No sunset sarsaparilla, but there is a few spare stock of a few nuclear cola drinks for purchase if you're interested. There is mountains to the east, which from there you believe that is the individual that has some sort of advanced technology that might have been someone else crash landed on this planet looking to make use of whatever sort of technology they can find. And they are the ones that ripped the engine from your ship, causing you to be unable to leave here, but also in doing so they destroyed the engine, so you know that they are also not going anywhere anytime soon. That is the probably main goal that you're looking forward towards. To the north, there's a large abandoned cityscape that seemed to be kind of like a more active carnival. It's this long strip of land that basically was the main highway between some of the cities, and where roads first started getting paved. Think of it as basically Rome or Las Vegas. All roads lead to here. This was the center, but now with the main loss of their energy, it's basically a shutdown, ramshackle ghost of what it used to be. Other than that, there's not really a whole lot nearby, but those are just kind of the main locations that you are aware of, just because they were clearly visible as you were entering the atmosphere. And after asking a few questions, you are able to get that information for free.
Okay. Are
And
there any,
I'll
And if you guys want to, we can just like go through the evening, and now it's day again if you want.
okay. I'd like to just regroup with the others and kind of plan what we like do next.
Okay. Yeah. Feel free to discuss amongst yourselves. There are a few other like things of interest in this current town of Thornhill that you're at. If you need me to describe those, but otherwise, feel free to talk amongst yourself.
So, while we're here, we definitely gonna need to get that engine back to at least partly fix up the ship if we want to leave in not anytime soon, but eventually, or
If
something
it's
to
an
replace
engine,
it.
seeing as I have experience with engineering, I could be able to help replace it, at least if we find one.
Based on the levels of this town, I doubt we find anything
That's fair.
useful.
That's true.
If you guys had the raw materials, you might be able to craft something, but just because this plant doesn't necessarily have the level of technology as you guys doesn't mean that you couldn't do something.
I just
Okay,
look
well, we're gonna
around
have to pull a
and,
MacGyver.
I just look around at the town and just you know, looking around, getting my bearings. I like this. It reminds me of somewhere I've been that's very familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
So,
suppose,
definitely.
I suppose we
Why
should
look-
probably ask around to potentially either see if we can, find some materials, or people can give us directions to through the mountains. One would assume.
I mean, I guess we can ask about it first, and if it doesn't end up turning up, then we ought to just look for in the mountains. Or canyons, I mean.
You watch as a scraggly dog person wanders across the street towards you, looking a little cockeyed, and say, "Oh, you don't want to go up to the mountains. Them places cursed. I hear there's all sorts of ghosts and goblins up there that'll curse you to nothing."
That's supposed to be Nobark.
My name's Allbark. And I swear, you see them dragons flying around up those roofs, and they'll shoot you right down. Ain't nobody leaving up those hills. Take an 8.0.
Sorry, that's so funny. I'm sorry. I love Nobark as a character.
But yeah, Allbark can answer any questions that you have about the area.
Okay. So,
I go up to Allbark and ask him, "What do you think of the surrounding area, the town? Well, what's your opinion on it all?"
Thornhill's haunted, don't you know? Got full of people that more live downstairs than upstairs. Most people are quiet like about it, But just so you know, when you listen sometimes at night, you can still hear their voices wander around underneath the ground.
I see. We'll be on the lookout for any ghosts.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I make my way up to Old Thornhill, and he points at the massive like land structure that's like to the west of you, the town. And again, it is this, large spire that is just like jutting up from the ground. You're not sure what kind of like land structure this is, but I'll go ahead and share the image again because I think I posted in the discussion chat instead of the campaign info. Yeah, I did. Where is it? Let's see. I need a moment. Hold on. There it is. And Allbark tells you that he goes up on top of this gigantic spire that is like the size of a mountain. And he watches over the town for days on end and only comes into town for beans.
Brains.
Mines.
Don't everyone know that my job's super important, so I can't stay long.
Yeah, you best not keep you then. But if we were to venture into the mountains to the east, would you know how to do you know the area at all? Do you know how to go around the mountains or through the mountains? Or, what directions can you give us?
How about you roll to manipulate someone? Roll
All
plus
right.
charm.
But I'll take it. It's funny. I got a 2.
Okay, mark experience. And Allbark is going to look scared at you, saying, like, "You're heading up to the mountains? Oh, no. Just 'cause I'm a peruser of the landscape and know my way around a rock or two, don't mean that the rest of y'all would survive. I'd be able to make it up those mountains, but I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to keep you all safe."
That's fair. I would like to level up and just put a +1 into my charm, please.
Okay. Go for it.
There we go. Okay. Damn, I need to get more fails. I need those ratings up,
Here,
Yeah,
I'll give you my
oh.
luck charm. I can always go and make another one. And he hands you a, like, crushed metal can.
I take the crushed metal can. Thank you. This is very generous. And I put it in my inventory.
Okay. Add
This
one
is full
scrap
box.
to your inventory.
So would you, by any chance, know where we find like an abundance of like salvage we could use for our ship by any chance?
He looks at your ship and kind of scratches his beard, which is his entire face, and he says, I don't know what kind of beast you managed to tame, but whatever it is, it doesn't look too happy none. Well, I'm out of ideas.
Nice. So, um,
Go ahead and roll me a charm check. Roll me to manipulate someone. And I'll give you 2 dice with this, because I think you would have proficiency with, gathering materials.
charm or charmless. I think it was one for sure. Okay. So that's 1d6.
You get 2d6.
Nice. Oh, wrong chat. Whoops.
God damn it.
You got a 6 and a 3, so a success and a mixed success. Allbark is going to give you a piece of technology from his old mining days that allows you to search for different kinds of materials. For those of you that have played Satisfactory, you know the little beeper thing that you can click to search for different kinds of ore
All the
deposits?
materials scanner?
Yes, it's basically that.
Okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
The only thing that it has in its memory right now is iron, and you can tell that it's towards the mountains. But because it's a mixed success, I'm gonna say that its battery is drained, so you'll have to charge it. It's like, the old thing stopped working on me long ago. Poor slug mother died on me, right in my hands. Anywho, it's no use to me, but you can have it as a trinket of our friendship. And he pulls it out from inside his overalls.
Oh.
Yeah, this is a gear that I was gonna make, but I didn't have time to. So I'll make it later today. But you can just add a clicker scanner.
Yeah, I'm a cloud napkin, hold whatever handle part of it. Yeah, it's good use.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Sparrow. I know we just started, my dude, but I am fucking tired. I'm sorry.
Then take a nap, dude. Thanks for leveling up. Thanks for being here.
Leveling up. I genuinely wish I could stay longer, but this cold has taken a fuck ton of it's made me terrible.
Take care of yourself.
Feel
you don't need to explain.
Alright, fair enough. I just feel bad. Because I've essentially, I've not been here for the past couple sessions
it's
now.
Okay.
I don't know.
We like to see you here, but don't force yourself.
Okay. Alright. I hope everyone has a good session. Tell me what happened later.
Hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, hope to see you tomorrow.
Alright. Does anyone have any other questions for Allbark? He is basically the gachapon of information, so if you just want any sort of random nuggets of information, you can ask Allbark. Allbark's got you covered.
What was the deal with Texas Red that was here?
What about Texas Red?
What was his deal, I guess?
Let me roll for Allbark. He was a blood mage, that one. He used to come in here and do all sorts of nastiness, hanging around old people's houses at night, keeping an eye on them, drinking their blood or something, or causing people to disappear from time to time.
Did the disappearing people ever come back? Or you were just gone?
Does that answer your question?
The silence?
What?
Like, like the fact that they didn't respond answers the question?
Did
So did you cut out? Because we didn't hear anything.
I said that Texas Red was a blood mage? That's what Allbark
yeah.
thinks.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, like.
And
yeah.
then what did you say?
No, I didn't say nothing. I wasn't sure. 'Cause it was like silence right after you said all that. I wasn't sure if you said something else as well.
Oh, okay, yeah. Allbark thinks that Texas Red was because they were snooping around people's houses late at night and people were disappearing. Allbark thinks that they were a vampire.
Mm. I'm not lines up, but he was just outside the other day. Even day, I think. But something definitely is weird about him. You might have to check that out.
Also, something of note is that Texas Red was a humanoid. They were not an animal person. Let's see. The people of this planet are referred to as anima, and the humanoids that, like, basically the skinless people, they refer to as manas. Mana people. Which is what Silva would be somewhere in the middle, probably. Alexander would be a mana, and let's see, I think the only other person I think that would qualify for either of these things would be Paimon, who is an anima.
Whatever else is a forest line. Close to that.
Sorry, I was choking on water. What did you say?
Yeah, everyone else be either a slime or a robot or something close to that.
Did anyone else catch that?
I don't have a clue what is being said.
Since everyone else is either a slime or a robot or something close to that.
Oh, right. Yes. I guess Mia could possess a townsfolk or something. Ugh. Anywho, does anyone else have any other questions for No Bark before he runs back up the mountain?
MIA1 said, me possession?
Do you know where Texas Red lives by any chance? He's around at least.
They're an outlaw, so they kind of go from place to place and they take possession of a territory. They're kind of the opposite of what a gang does. So they're probably gonna go north to the strip. The stripe, as they call it.
It's a gold stripe.
Yep. Is everyone just tired today?
Not right. I got up a little while ago. When the fest started.
It just seems like nobody else is talking. If you guys
Sorry,
want to
I'm
have a
multitasking
short session, we
again.
can.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably on the verge of passing the fuck out.
All right, then get out of here. Go lay down. Take a nap. Anyone else
MIA
sleepy?
one said, shoo.
How are you doing, Inu?
I'm alright, it's just that I was trying to do multiple things at once, so thought I'd be able to do this, but I'm also trying to figure out food and other stuff.
Okay. Well, if you're busy, you don't have to be here. That's fine.
Alright, then I'll try to catch the session next week then.
Alrighty. No worries. Catch you later.
Alright, see you. Good luck on the session.
Okay. Is there anything else anyone would like to do? Or should we just go ahead and call it here? Because I'm perfectly fine with, like, taking a week to, like, get some more stuff done. But also if anyone's interested in, like, pursuing anything, you know, crafting stuff or, you know, doing some one-on-one investigation. I know that what happened last week is that Dr. Alexander took a little bit of time investigating the church while other people wanted to do other things. So I want to give that opportunity to people now, if you guys would like to do something.
I mean, with Silver, the main reason he's here is to deal with the bandits, and then we've also got to get the engine back, but we kind of need.
Okay.
It's not a good idea to try that alone. I guess what he would do is, since it's brand new, I guess he'll, like, test out the Tron bike thing to make sure he knows how to use it properly.
Okay. Something else that I will let you know, just through some, you know, casual talk that you overhear, and probably, you know, with showing off your bike, some kids will come up and be like, are you gonna participate in the dune races, you know? And you learn that there is, like, a set of races that does happen, and it all goes down at the stripe. Basically, that's where they start, and that's kind of what the remnant town has turned into, is just kind of like a landmark for people to do races. So you don't know, necessarily where they go and, you know, where they come back from, but basically the stripe is the start and end of races. So going over there might get you some more money, information, connections. That's, you know, kind of the whole shindig over there, if you're interested in that. Not that this is like episode 1 of Star Wars, you know, and you need to fix your ship up, so you got to do some pod racing, but
I mean, yeah, if, like, really, like, if there's a prize involved, he is definitely interested. And we pretty much gotta wait for the signs of the bandits to come. Anyway,
I don't want
So he's got free
to
time.
move the party without a majority here, but I am willing to at least give you that information. And then if you guys want to discuss amongst yourselves and make a plan later, you can do so.
MIA one said, I feel like I would practice my astro projection.
Okay. What do you want to try on? Do you want to go to some of the zombies in the basement or something? Dr. Alexander did spend the evening breaking open that doorway. So you guys could also investigate that at some point, but I think we should do that when he's here.
yeah.
Trying to think of what else of interest is in town. There is a small store, but I think I could probably just, you know, type up their inventory and drop it in chat at some point as well. There's the Ponderosa, but that's, I don't think, something that you guys are interested in. It's kind of like the residents are struggling against a power play of, you know, like, they want to modernize this town. These people are like, we came out here to settle away from all that advancement and whatnot. So it's kind of like, you know, there's not necessarily like a
MIA
villain here.
one said, I like to see what I can mess around with the drunkards.
Oh, okay. So you find some drunk people that are passed out and whatnot, and Go and give me 2d6 plus. I'm gonna say weird, and I'll give you +1 to this because they're passed out. Do you tell anyone that you're doing this, or do you just like go in, sit in the tavern, and then pretend that your body passes out as you possess other people? I'm just curious what this is looking like as you're going about this.
MIA one said, I just pretend to sleep how people sleep in old Western movies.
Okay, so you're just head down on the table. Okay. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus weird. And I won't go into too much detail about the Ponderosa, just because I think you guys should either investigate it if you're interested, or I'll give a better explanation when there's more people. But basically, the Ponderosa is this big motel that has come in that's like, we are offering, a place to stay for travelers, trying to incite business, and the residents of this town don't really appreciate it. They don't really want this shiny spotlight in this, ramshackle candlelit town. So it's just kind of a bother more than anything. They're also trying to introduce currency.
MIA one said, 3 and 7.
Nice. I'll say that you are able to possess someone, but you can't necessarily talk, but you can move their body. Do you just want to like escort all the drunken people out of the establishment or something? Yeah. If anyone has any specific questions, I'll answer.
Yes, but in the funniest ways possible.
Okay. What would be the funniest ways possible? Like through a window or something? Like what does that mean? Paint us a word picture. But Silva, is there anything specific that you're interested in learning about? It's fine if you don't.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not good at.
Are you also tired, or you just can't think?
Alexander Anderson said, I'm going to have to dip.
All right, catch you later, man. Thanks for being here.
I'm just not as good at like thinking or coming up with ideas of what to do. I kind of do better in action.
Fair enough.
I'm much.
Unfortunately, you're in both of my
improv
mystery
talking.
campaigns.
I know. That's why I made a character that doesn't. I'm sorry.
Well, the nice thing about your Friday character is that I can just straight up tell you stuff that like this without having to like do a bunch of stuff. The only reason why I've kind of stopped doing that is because it seemed like you didn't. It wasn't like a super great way for you to get information. But maybe I should start doing that in
MIA
session
one said,
rather than randomly.
basically I make them do the Macarena out the tavern.
Oh, okay, all right. You just make them do a salsa and like roll out of the bar. I like that. Take an egg point, Mia. That's fun.
Macarena.
I think unless there's anything else, maybe we should just go ahead and call it. I feel like this was a relatively successful session, even though it was pretty short. But I think with not too many people and not anything in particular that you guys are looking to do, then we'll go ahead and call it here. I will say, Mia, you can use this experience to, like, you've used this downtime to increase your skill. So you can take +1 to your astral move that you have, which basically means that whenever you roll to use that skill, you can add +1 to any of the dice that you do. Which means that if you get like a 4 and like a 6, then you can add it to the 4 to make it a 5 to make it a success or something. Something like that.
MIA1 said, okay.
And Silva, do you have a skill for piloting or anything?
I did somewhat early on take a skill from another, or a move from another class called Driver. You have +1 ongoing while driving, plus you can hotwire anything. The hotwire thing definitely don't fit as well. It's from the playbook for the whichever one the criminal one is.
Yeah. I think the +1 ongoing is good because that basically means that it's basically like the same thing. You basically it's kind of weird that like the move is that you just get a +1, but that's perfectly fine. I think I will also give you mastery in that move, so now you have +2 ongoing. So now you can spend 2 points whenever you drive or pilot something.
Roger.
So if you have like 2 3s, then you can spend it on one of each to make them both 4s. Or actually no, if there was both 4s, then you can make them both 5s, so that would turn it from 2 mixed successes to 2 complete successes.
Roger.
Because turning a 3 to a 4 and then to a 5 would be good. But turning like a 4 to a 5 to a 6 doesn't make sense, because a 5 and a 6 are the same. Anywho, it's just like little subtle math stuff. Like you understand it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think with that, we'll just go ahead and wrap up the session. Unless anyone has any final thing.
I don't have anything.
Alrighty.
MIA1 said, no, I got nothing.
Okay. Just wanted to give you guys the opportunity, spending downtime to train up the skill. You guys are kind of just waiting, I suppose. So you're spending time just kind of hanging out. So it makes sense.